You ready for a little Shakespeare? Welcome back to the Delaware Way. I'm Larry Mantey. David Stradley is the artistic director of the Delaware Shakespeare Festival. How long has this been going on?
This is our 14th summer of doing outdoor Shakespeare.
And how's it been received?
Fantastic. The company's been growing by leaps and bounds, where we get 3,500 people out every summer to see Shakespeare. Started at Archmere Academy back in 2003 with about 500 people, and every year it grows and grows and grows and grows.
It's amazing how relevant he stays. No matter what the year, no matter what the area, no matter what the country, Shakespeare exists.
Absolutely. Shakespeare is truly, and the word universal gets thrown around a lot, but Shakespeare is universal. I mean, you can go to any country in the world and see a Shakespeare production at any given time.
What is it about his work that connects with people?
I think he just understood humanity better than, almost any other author. We, you talked about any country and any culture. This year we're doing a play called The Comedy of Errors, and in the spring we did something called our Community Cornerstone Project, where we take a theme from the play and try to connect it to an issue of current concern. So The Comedy of Errors is a play that in somewhat is about the experiences that three newcomers have in a foreign land. So we partnered with the Latin American Community Center in Wilmington to do an 8-week playwriting workshop where Latino immigrants wrote stories about their experiences arriving in America and connected to those moments, to the moments in Comedy of Errors when we had newcomers arriving in a new land. So you erase the plot, you erase everything else. It's about human beings in universal situations.
Somebody said to me one time, you can take every modern movie, every modern play, and somehow trace it back to a Shakespeare play.
Absolutely. There's probably only about 7 original plots out there, and Shakespeare himself didn't invent his plots. He took stories that existed and just spun them and created them. So,
do you find that a modern audience, especially young people, have a connection?
Absolutely. We do a program every summer called The Bridge, where we work with at-risk and adjudicated youth in the Wilmington area and sometimes throughout the state as well. And we work to find themes in the plays that connect to experiences that they've had. And people think, really, an at-risk kid is going to be able to connect to a Shakespeare play? But you take a play like Romeo and Juliet, and it doesn't take a huge leap of the imagination to see that's a play about gang violence and young people engaged in very violent activities and it tearing apart their lives. So when we did Romeo and Juliet, we had, at-risk youth come to see it, and after the show they would go, I get it, this is just like today, my friends didn't have to die. So it's incredibly relevant, and it doesn't, as soon as you can just take that step beyond yourself and look at the truly human circumstances there, people are able to make connections left and right.
And a family court judge reached out to you to do this.
Yeah, he asked us, about 8 years ago, he reached out to us and said, is there anything you can do with at-risk and adjudicated youth? And he said, there are lots of variables about why people come to my courtroom, but the thing I hear time and time again is these kids standing up and say, no one understands me and I'm all alone in the world. So he thought if they could start making a connection between their own life and Shakespeare, a guy writing 400 years ago in a totally different country, it would start to dissipate that sense that I'm all alone and no one understands me.
And it's worked.
It has worked, yeah. No matter what play we do, whether it's a comedy, whether it's a tragedy, we're always able to find ways to make connections between youth and their lives today.
That's amazing. Congratulations on that. Let's get back to the festival, though, for a moment and get the particulars, because people are going, okay, when's the festival going to be? What are you going to do? So I'll ask you.
Yeah, we're July 15th to the 31st is our summer festival, and we perform outdoors at Rockwood Park. It's a really wonderful family event. The grounds open 75 minutes before the show for picnicking and pre-show entertainment. We have college apprentices that do a comedy sketch. We have high school interns walking around playing Shakespeare games. And then you're seating on your own chairs, your own blankets. You can bring a picnic. It's just a wonderful summer's night.
And a lot of people try to modernize Shakespeare. You stay true?
We have fun with it, but you're not going to see a production out at Rockwood Park set in, a Martian colony on the moon, or anything like that. We tend to be, pretty straightforward. We don't do our costumes in, Elizabethan garments. You're not going to see tights and things like that. But
you stay true to the language.
The language stays the same. We have a lot of fun with the language, make sure the audience can get into it, enjoy it. Tickets are very inexpensive. $18 is the general admission. We're the lowest professional theater ticket in Delaware. You can get it online at delshakes.org, or you can just show up at the park on any night of a performance and buy them there.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thanks so much for coming in. Good luck with it. David Stradley, Artistic Director of the Delaware Shakespeare Festival. That wraps up the Delaware Way for this week. Another Thing is coming up next.